retail. Oh my gosh, what a great year in the Tri-Cities for retail last year. Up above, you see the sales tax distribution from the Washington State Department of Revenue. And as you can see, Kennewick still leads the way with a little over, almost close to $17 million in sales tax distribution. An interesting thing that I saw this year that I haven't seen in the number of years that I've been doing this, usually Pasco is ahead of Richland, and this year Richland stepped up and they beat Pasco. Now I'm not saying, but that's a great indication of all the new retail that's gone on up at Queensgate, and certainly up at Southridge as well, City of Kennewick, and then we continue to have development along Road 68, but you can really see the type of development that has gone on that has helped contribute to the sales tax distribution and the general fund for not only the cities but the counties. And the counties, Benton County and Franklin County, can include all of the cities within those counties. So that's what those numbers are comprised of. So when you look at overall, look at how well over the last year, City of Kennewick and Pasco and Richland and West Richland all had great increases over the prior year. And again, a lot of that is new retail that's come to the market. It's also an effect that has gone on because our economy is still robust here in the Tri-Cities. And of course, look at the counties. They did well as well. And that's a good indication of the overall health of retail in the Tri-Cities. In 2015, overall, nationally, the retail sales were up about 4.5%. So, when you look at the sales tax distribution for these cities, you can indicate how we are doing nationally versus how, the west side of the state, and I'll show you a slide, is doing as well. But the Tri-Cities is continuing to grow in retail, so that is a really good economic indicator. December was a little slower for retail this year, and a lot of that had to do with the weather. We did not have the weather. It was a little warmer season than we normally have, and as a result, there's still a lot of coats and sweaters sitting out there on the rack. So, through the mall yesterday, I saw a lot of things at 65% off, and ladies and men, if you're still looking for coats and sweaters and refreshing your new wardrobe for this year, there's a lot of great deals out there. Auto sales also big increase last year, which helped the overall economy too in the Tri-Cities. Here are the national the statewide retail was sales tax distribution up 7.5% for the state. Again, look at Benton and Franklin County ahead of that. Spokane, Walla Walla, and Yakima were below the statewide average, indicating that those areas had a little tougher. However, to me, an increase is still a good thing. And the west side is doing pretty good as well. They've taken a couple of years to kind of recover nationally in the economy that Aisha was talking about over the last 5 to 6 years, and so the west side has also now come back really strong. Clark County is down in the Vancouver area, obviously, and King County, Seattle, Kitsap is over on the coastline. So the state is also performing very well. We continue to have an evolving retail market, what I would call an evolving retail market. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on right now in the national retail market. In 2015, retailers are really trying to find ways, brick and mortar store retailers are trying to find ways to connect with their customers because of the internet. And so you've got a lot of retailers that are experimenting now with what I call click and collect. And some of the retailers that you saw last year, Macy's, Kohl's, that enable their customers to go online, pick what they want, and hopefully the store that is closest to them actually has that particular thing that they want, they can buy it, they can go to the store, pick it up, and it's already there waiting for them. Also, you'll see in 2016, Nordstrom's is really going to look at streamlining their shopper experience by rolling out a test that will allow their customer to just pull up to the side door, and the employee will bring the package right to you, so the customer doesn't even have to get out of the car, making it more convenient for the shopper. Or, you know, I have my Fitbit. You know, you should park and go in, but oh well. Low gas prices also helped push that what people were paying on gas into other sectors of the retail market, which made it very good for retailers. And I was at Costco yesterday and paid $1.87 for gas. Somebody told me that they heard that there was a price war somewhere in the country where they were doing 88 cents a gallon. I mean, look what's going on with gas right now. So that is also helping the automotive industry. New retail players, obviously, in the Tri-Cities has helped our market. As I mentioned, Queensgate and the addition of Southridge and Road 68 brought a lot of new, not only national retailers, but what I like to regional retailers, and a lot of new local retailers, which I think is fabulous. And again, here's my plea to you. The local retailers, in order to make it, have to have your support. So when you're, shopping out in the market, don't forget those local retailers, because they have to have you in order to make it. In 2016, right sizing, again, we're already seeing it. The first part of the 2 weeks, we had Macy's already talk about 35 stores that they're closing, Gap's closing close to 400 stores this year. People are still looking at the right markets to be in. Thankfully, Tri-Cities for Macy's was a good market. Unfortunately for Gap, we were not a good market. And again, it all goes down to profitability of the stores and whether or not that store is going to make it in that market. I feel bad for downtown Spokane, who's losing their Macy's that has been there forever. But again, with 3 stores in the market, it just was no longer profitable for Macy's to be in downtown Spokane. Another evolution of the retail market is the new EMV microchips that you're getting in your Visa cards and MasterCards and stuff. And as the retailers now have to upgrade their systems in order to accept those chips so that your safety and your security of your information and your cards are there, that is going to cost the retailers a little more money. And obviously the local retailers are going to, probably they'll be the last ones to roll those out. But that is obviously a cost of doing business in today's market with what's going on with cyber security and everything else. And again, the customer, demands privacy, and that is one of the things that we're going to have to continue to, as more and more people are using the internet to make their purchases. That is something that the retailers are going to continually have to upgrade. So here were some of the top categories in retail in 2015. Obviously, electronics is always big, and it will continue to be big. This is a huge growth industry that probably will continue to grow as long as people can vision what's going on, especially out at PNNL. I mean, I love Steve Ashby's presentation and just all the visionary people. I hate doing this, okay? I don't like to do this. And I want to figure out a way, when I wear my cute jeans, I don't always get pulled aside when the little things down my jeans are always pulling me out of the line at the airport. So, Steve, could you work on that? Auto sales, big. E-books and books. People return back to regular books as well as e-books. They like the comfort of the book. That was a great increase over the last couple of years. Building materials, people are going back to hobbies. Sporting goods, that's another comfort area. Here were the bottom categories in 2015, and again, you can kind of see it a little bit that people are have kind of backed away from some of the home items that they've been purchasing. However, in the Tri-Cities, as construction still continues to have a great impact in our economy, there is still some of this area being purchased, but it is not to the extent that it has been over the last several years. So some of the top retail and consumer trends for 2016 that I'm going to talk about. So I know if you're a person for the radio or TV or Tri-City Herald or anything, you're not going to like what I have to say, but influencer marketing is nothing new, but it is becoming a bigger and bigger impact on how consumers purchase. Companies have been using celebrities for many, many years to promote their products, but the rise of social media has inspired a new, what I will call a new celebrity, and that is you. You're the new celebrity. A recent study showed that 81% of consumers make purchasing decisions based on friends and social media posts. 43% of social users buy a product after sharing it or liking it. And consumer word-of-mouth marketing generates more than twice the sales as paid advertising. So if you're a retailer out there, social media is your friend. You've got to get people talking about your product. And obviously, people feel good about if, hey, my neighbor or my friend or my sister or my, coworker bought this product and is very happy with it. I'm likely probably to choose A over B. So I know some of the retailers are a little bit leery about that, but if you go and start looking at some of the things that are happening and will continue to happen, this is going to be a really big area for 2016. The continued demand for speed, price, and quality. 44% of retail sales will be impacted by the web in 2016, and obviously with some of the companies like Amazon Prime continuing to increase their connect times to the consumer, that's going to be helping. However, what these online retailers will soon find out is that there is a disadvantage due to the high costs of marketing and shipping. And, unfortunately, FedEx and UPS are not reducing their price in terms of what it's costing these companies to ship things directly to your door. So the retailer is having to absorb that cost. And so what they're finding now is that these are starting to make some more challenging business models, and long term, that's probably going to be unsustainable. So, you're now seeing some of the stores like Amazon and Amazon Prime opening retail locations to augment their Prime concepts, and what I will call the pure play e-tailers that only have just a retail thing, their orders are typically netting them 77 cents on the dollar, and that's due to returns and shipping, and the average return is about 23%. So, it's great that the consumer gets to return for free, but the retailer is having to absorb that, and after long term, they will not be able to sustain that, in my opinion. But that's coming from a brick and mortar girl, so. Millenniums are setting the tone. These are the people who are born between the years of 1978 and 1995, and they're having a profound impact on shaping the customer experience. In fact, by 2017, it's estimated this group will have more spending power than any other generation. And the way they wield that power is already driving the way that consumers are marketing and thinking about how they create those shoppers' experiences. They're highly motivated shoppers. They are highly motivated by social information, and they carry their social networks everywhere. What kid don't you see does not have a phone with them all the time now? And most of them are using them while they're doing their shopping experience. Millennials also want their dollars to support brands that they reflect their values and personalities. And so they are more mindful of where they spend their dollars and the social responsibilities that go along with those dollars. And there was a recent study that said 63% of the millennials know that a company is mindful of social responsibility, makes them more likely to buy for their brand, and 58% are even more willing to pay higher prices when part of their spend goes to helping a cause that they support. So something to think about if you're a retailer, again, connecting with your customer. How do you connect with your customer? What are your values? Obviously, your values are important to that customer as well, and making sure that that customer is aware of your values and where you are supporting some of the social responsibilities of your own company. Of course, mobile is the medium, and it's not going away. It's no surprise that certainly in 2010, this was a $3 billion industry. In 2016, it will be a $31 billion industry, and that is not including tablets or computers. That's just, smartphones. So it's not, it's the, everyone will have one someday, as someone said. You'll probably be born with some kind of microchip that, enables you to be like, Lieutenant Uhura and call up your smartphone right from your back of your ear or something. I don't know. I mean. So what do the impact for the National Retail Federation for 2016 thinks that there will be a growth. That is not a negative, sorry, that's just a dash. A 4% growth overall in the national retail. I think, again, the local forecast is much better than that. I'm conservatively putting it at 5, but looking at what our economy did last year, and again, with some of the new retail that I'm kind of aware of that's going to be coming into the Tri-Cities in the next 9 to 12 months. I think that that's even going to impact us even greater. But I'm going to say 5%. And I know that I think that the Tri-Cities economy has been so good, and I'm great. I was really pleased to hear the first presentations about the stabilization of Hanford and what's going on at the lab. So that obviously impacts our retail economy as well. And thank you very much. Thank you, Tridec, for hosting this, and everybody have a great day. Thanks.